Good day, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Military and Foreign Affairs Network. I am your host, the voice of reason. Well, this is my last day in Seattle. I'm heading out, actually, shortly. I'm getting ready to head to the airport down at SeaTac, and I'll be back at my home base in Colorado. And we'll continue to have videos. I'll probably do another one tomorrow. May not get around to it, another one today, but wanted to do just a quick update and kind of what's going on. I'm kind of going to combine both what's happening in the former state of Ethiopia and the Russia-Ukrainian war as well. Well, we know now that what is happening in the ongoing war in the Tigray region, around the Tigray region, that the Eritrean army has been shaken at its foundations. It has not been able to conduct the sort of military operations that it was able to do in late 2020. For all intents and purposes, the Eritrean army has sustained a significant defeat in two major areas of this ongoing operation. One in northern Tigray. Eritrean forces have not been able to progress along the Zalambasa front. They have not been able to move along the Rama front, and they had limited success near Shiraro and to well north of Shire. At this time, we believe the Tigrayan Defense Forces are continuing to push Eritrean and Abiy loyalist forces out of the vicinity of Adidaro. And again, we have seen those terror bombing campaigns by strike aircraft dropping dumb bombs on the town and city of Adidaro. We believe that in all probability, most personnel, most citizens have fled Adidaro, given it is a high intensity conflict zone right now. But it is suspected that there could be some very unhappy generals in Eritrea, and given the age of Isaias Afwerki, his days could be numbered as dictator of Eritrea. At the same time, you have to wonder if there is going to be some sort of major counter operation by the Tigrayan Defense Forces into Eritrea proper. I would not completely remove that from the table at this point. It looks like, at least in the south, south of Kobo near Waldia, Kobo Robot, just east of Sokoto and east of Lalibela, the Tigrayan Defense Forces have stabilized its defensive lines, and current operations are being conducted in the northern Amhara region and not the Tigray region. Again, there's been very, very little success from the Abiy loyalist forces. The Abiy loyalist forces have actually performed worse than the Eritrean forces against the Tigray Defense Forces. And in east of Mekelle, same situation where the Eritrean army, Abiy loyalist forces, Afar regional militias have just not had the ability to move into the Tigray region. And logistically, again, we did not think that was going to occur anyway. So we're going to continue to watch this very, very closely. Again, it would not surprise me if we see some sort of renewed counter operation, possibly this time into Eritrea by the Tigrayan Defense Forces. But again, getting the cart before the horse, and we'll just have to see what happens in this area. If we move up to the way north into Ukraine, Russia continues its mobilization efforts. The probability that Russia is mobilizing more than 300,000 personnel is very likely. There are some numbers being floated around that Russia could mobilize 1 to 1.2 million additional personnel greatly increasing the size of both the Russian ground forces, the Russian National Guard, and then obviously augmenting both the VDV and the naval infantry formations as well. Now, with that being said, 5,000 Russian forces look like right now they are being surrounded near Liman in this area, and that continues. This is a very precarious situation for Russian forces right now. At the same time, this could lead to additional escalation. And if you listen to Vladimir Putin's speech within the last 24 hours discussing the annexation of the Donbass area, or areas that Russia currently controls, uh, you would have to wonder if we're not looking at a wider war at some point. Again, the gravitational pull is heading that way towards a wider war with the Russian Federation, involving quite possibly additional states other than Ukraine. And right now, Ukraine is, as we know, is making a bid to join the North Atlantic Treaty Organization. Look, according to the charter, NATO charter, Ukraine can't join NATO. Now, NATO also is supposedly a defensive alliance and should not have conducted operations against Libya nor operations against Serbia, but it did. It is a opportunistic alliance. When the NATO alliance feels that it has the ability to do something in which the cost is low and the benefit could be high, it will do it. And that's been one of Putin's concerns, kind of really his whole time in office. We've seen NATO expand into the Baltic states, Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, and you cannot disregard his concern that NATO is looking to expand into Ukraine. You just can't. Past performance is indicative of future results in regards to NATO. It has conducted itself at times outside of its mandate, its charter. And that's going from a defensive alliance designed to protect Western Europe, not Eastern Europe, Western Europe, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, centered, originally designed to prevent a Soviet invasion into Western Germany. Now, obviously, that has greatly expanded and it's taken on a new shape and a new form. And that's what concerns Russia. And yes, I try to look at it from both sides of the equation. So that's kind of where we sit right now. Again, do not underestimate what Russia has the capability to do. Right now, they're not doing so well. Their Air Force has proven to be much less capable than what most analysts, including myself, believe that they were capable of doing. But with this mobilization, we could see things turn around. Obviously, you can look back to World War II, and again, I just do not think you can disregard what Russia ultimately has the capability of doing. It has the most nuclear weapons of any nation on the planet, and it went into this with one arm tied behind its back, meaning into Ukraine. That looks like it's changing now, and the dynamics of this conflict could very well change as well. Not within the next week, not within the next 2 weeks, not within the next month. I'm talking reasonably within 6 months. But we'll see what happens. But again, we'll have more very, very soon. I am, again, heading back to Colorado. I am out of the anarchist cookbook known as Seattle. Now, Seattle is a beautiful place. It really is. Washington State's beautiful. But the political apparatus here in Seattle, man, these people are batshit crazy. They are doing the citizens of Washington and Seattle a disservice. This is what happens when you have neoliberalism mixed with, I don't know what it's mixed with, but it's nuts. Anyway, that's all I got. I'm not going to get on a tirade. That's all I have for you guys. Thanks for joining us. More to come. And as always, have a good day.